Ah, that's a great, thank you. No sound. Yep, that's pretty important. That's pretty important. Yeah. Let me do one check here, and then I will explain my whole situation here. Are people rolling in? Has notification been sent out? Boom. Boom. Can you hear me, everyone? Yeah, things should be good. I'll explain the plot, why I'm back from the dead here, and what the very cool non-gamer tutorial creator is, and why I'm over on this channel instead of my normal non-gamer one, and hopefully coming back with like security breach ruin stuff. This is so cool. This is so cool. So cool. Okay. Here's something. Yeah, Chris. Yo, is my Etra Games stream working? Have one of my head gamer companions here. Okay, now. Yeah, I'm just trying to see where people at, cause okay, there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Alrighty, so I'm confused on how there are only 3 viewers from this 80,000 subscriber channel. Huh? Okay, Keen Rio, we're getting some people. Okay. Live streaming weird and difficult. So hello everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel Etra Games, dormant for like a year after I said I abandoned it. Reason being, on my new channel, Games for Non-Gamers, turns out the very first day you stream on YouTube, it won't let you actually stream on YouTube until 24 hours later. And the thing is, I kind of need to stream on YouTube because right above me, we've got a nice little timer which says 50 minutes left till presentation. Yeah, maybe they didn't receive notifications yet. Yeah, I have no idea. I've got some people who were watching my other stream who should pop in here. Things exist. Hello, Star Bonnie. Hello. So yeah, I'm over here, because YouTube is not letting Games for Non-Gamers stream yet. Only in 23 hours, which is ridiculous. So usually I'll be over on my channel, Etra's Games for Non-Gamers, linked in the title, or at least I hope it's linked in the title. Let's take a quick look-see here. I'll be upset because I haven't got a notification on my phone. Normal YouTube moment. Oh, hi, C Davenport. I remember you from way back when. Etra Games. Because I'm planning on stream for a few hours here. Yeah, 3 watching. Did I get a notification? No! I didn't get a notification of the stream. Huh? Did you guys... Yeah, that's bad. Chris, did you get a notification of the stream? Are we... Chris, oh, hi, Andrew Merritt. Did you get a notification from the stream? Are they finally getting sent out? I'm very confused. Maybe I didn't click a setting right. I'm gonna go mess with that over on the other screen. I go live. I am live. Okay, public. That's great. I don't bell. Okay. That works. Okay, yes, sir. You got a notification. Okay. Cool. I guess just like everyone who what was I gonna say? Who was here for the non-gamer content actually did move to the Etras Games for Non-Gamers channel. Bam. Also, nice to have you here, Chris. I don't know if you're able to stay, but very cool. Very cool. Maybe a King of Thieves will join us. We'll see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Can't speak to that because my bell's on personalized. All right. Well, that's a bit odd, but descriptions are updated. Streaming here. 50 minutes left till presentation. Okay, so here's deal. What's happening is I am working on new big project, Etra's non-gamer tutorial creator. And so far we've got 2 chunks and sections done. Here's the map of what I want to make. If it'll pull up. It's not being a fan of pulling up here. Yazah. Bam. Okay. Basically these chunks will be able to be rearranged and worked with in a lot of ways. What was I gonna say? So next one is this basic crouch one. Then another shooting test, and hopefully I can get both of these chunks done before the timer above me, which has disappeared. Let me restate that. Oh yeah, because I don't need that here. I can just kind of put it on this screen before the timer above me runs out, because that is when I am presenting Spellcollectivet. What is Spellcollectivet? That is the place I am currently. Oh, hi, Curtis. There is progress on this. There's going to be a lot of progress on this because, as you can see on the left, I am living at Spellcollectivet. Basically, thank you for saying the bear name. Yeah, we're still deciding a name for the bear. John seems to be the general consensus. Spellcollectivet, basically, they've given me 3 months here. I can stay for free, work full-time YouTube, and in that time, I'm planning to get income rolling in from this and advertise them. And as part of that, in 50 minutes, 46 minutes, they're going to have their weekly Spellcollectivet Game Developer Conference. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to just switch my stream over to a live stream of that. Because I'm going to present this project there, and it's almost near presentable. If we can finish these 2 chunks in the next half hour, we should be good. If not, then I'll be a bit sad. But yeah, how long have I been working with Unity? 3 years. How are you this calm for about 40 minutes? Just fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Can we call the bear Fanta Franspar? Oh, yeah, Chris, and everyone. It's no longer an inside thing about the whole channel. So, we could angle the cam a lot of different ways, but I think it's just funniest to have the bear always watching me, looking over my shoulder, because it's like my real YouTube channel. I can never escape from FNAF. He's always right there. Oh, man. Okay, hi, Gotis. Nice. A lot of repeating people. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stream this hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully weekly streams all on other YouTube channel, Games for Non-Gamers, and maybe do some actual, indie horror content here. Don't want to promise that, but being full-time YouTube now, it's opened a lot of doors. And I want to keep it that way. And that's why I'm pushing Patreon, which is doing really well for how little it's been advertised. So I can actually continue making free open source stuff like the non-gamer tutorial creator, which I will explain a bit more in the presentation. For now, I'm just gonna make it. But I think you can get the idea of I can move these chunks around and make custom non-gamer tutorial game decently easily, if you're aware of what a non-gamer tutorial game is. If not, welcome to my channel. Don't know how you've subscribed while missing that, but let's see. I've also got 5 Discord notifs. Okay, not important. There we go. So, I just made a duplicate of this level chunk, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this crouch chunk. And functionally, I've built all sorts of systems. Me, Chris, Doc Frankenstein, a lot of people in the Discord below. Let me check, actually add a link to the Discord. Chris, could you actually, it is important, you coward. Let me, yeah, you can't change the description. You don't have full access to my channel quite yet. Okay. Let me throw a link to the Discord in. Why does YouTube think this is Roblox? I know, it thinks all of my games are Roblox. I can't pin it from there. Ah, dang nabbit. I gotta pin it. Go through so much effort. There we go, bam. Edit. We're gonna go, there's Patreon, and here's the Discord for people who want to help out with this project or just keep being updated on it. There's the link. But for now, what we're gonna do is we've got our respawner there. And we're just going to build this out. So what we need here is, and I'm just dragging these in like it's simple. No, it's been an entire week of just setting up these systems, but I've got it now to the point where we can just be like, oh hey, ability or item pickup, bam, he unlocks crouch. It we're actually not gonna have it show the UI right now, but he walks in on here, bam, you get the crouch ability. We'll add in, let's just say, basic guardrails quickly because of the ticking timer. We'll get these in somewhere, but I want to see, what does player see at the moment? That's actually not too enticing. There we go. What does player see, and how can we make a nice looking tunnel thing to crouch under? I want it to be two parts. Short tunnel, where they can kind of be like just fidgeting with the holding down the crouch button. But what was I gonna say? YouTube thinks you're working with Roblox Studios. The UI looks pretty similar, so I don't blame them on that front. Have we gotten so much quieter music here? Switch over to the FNAF and Chill mix by what was I gonna say? By Give Heart Records. The BAM power up is the received sound effect. Ah, okay. Roblox sound effects. But I'm thinking of doing a short tunnel, so they're kind of still figuring out how the holding down the crouch button works. But then also a longer one where hopefully they'll notice they can let go of the crouch button, or at least have to practice it twice. Having two short tunnels will be a nice little experiment place for them here. So to do that, let's go to Pro Builder, and that's cube, stair, door. I think door would be best. I don't know why the door is in the abyss, but yeah, just making lawn doors as our tunnels, that seems to be the play here. That is massive. So we'll go 7. That seems to be nice for clearing. Probably want 2 spaces clear here. So 6. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then, yeah, something like that. Why is my music just died? Oh, there we go. It's just died for me. Are there any YouTube channels you like watching in your free time? I used to have quite a few game dev channels that I like always kept up with. Right now it's just Nate and Nate as an N8 and Bargy. The scene was a lot different back then. I've been in a lot of religion stuff, but I don't want to discuss that much on this channel. And then, what was I gonna say? The huge new wave of Five Nights at Freddy's YouTubers I'm always watching. Let's see, spam power up. Wouldn't it be so convenient if somebody made a fix to your checkpoint script that allowed them to hide just the direction of my... Oh, yeah. People who volunteer on the project have words because it's also their baby. Maybe not right now. Just have a dog door and a window that you need to crouch to cross because non-gamers like to see applicable things from real life. That's a good idea. I don't know if it would be worth the implementation cost because, you know, they're gonna see this the second after they get something called crouch. So, I don't know if it's too necessary for that, but it is a good idea if I had more resources and more 3D modelers. Right now I've got one. I think that's a height where he does need a crouch and can make it. We'll see. Oh, that's deeper. No. Why'd it shift? Why'd it move? Okay, bam. That's too low. Oh, and also for YouTube channels I watch in my free time. I'm obsessed with the Dream SMP, QSMP. I am a degenerate in a lot of ways in terms of my media consumption. But least favorite mainline FNAF game, and why is it FNAF 3? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna repeat the secret that I've only played FNAF 6 and Custom Night and a bit of Sister Location. Those are my most popular videos, but I have not actively played through the other FNAF games. I've played through Security Breach though. Pizzeria Simulator. No. This is still my favorite. Big skill curve on how little it tells you on the mechanics. I love that. It's like, huh? We're not messing around here. I loved that bit about it. Yeah. See, I've still got a passion for these things, which is why I want to return on both channels, which might be possible now. But this still takes priority. By far. Okay. That might work. It just doesn't need to be that tall. And also, I think this is too close. Okay. Oh, and that seems like you can totally go through it and don't need to crouch. Also, does the crouch work? The crouch isn't in this plane of existence, apparently. So, probably not. Okay. So, let's just... Oh boy. Let's just move him like he's face to face with it. I think we gotta adjust the Z for that. Or actually, better yet, move the wall close. Yeah, I've got an idea this time around. I didn't mean to delete the entire universe. Okay. Go here, delete this, get a door again. It's in the void again. But whatever. Once it's here, we'll do a perspective check by checking that bottom screen. Oh, well, wait. No, we can't do that while it's in build mode. That's upsetting. Okay. Either way, we know it's supposed to be lower here and not as tall. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Door height. Total height. Maybe we can. 3 chunks high looks okay. I don't even know what this will necessarily be other than some kind of wall. But, will this look good as something to crouch under? That's the main question. Let's build it and see. Okay. You just see a face full of uncertainty and confusion if you're a non-gamer. I want it to be like right at their eye level where it's like if they encounter this object, then they're gonna see the opening where they can crouch down at. And we're also in the abyss again. Is there no way to test this? Maybe if I test it in the actual scene instead of here, you know, kill the door from here. But if we do this, can we see the preview mode one? Oh yeah, we can if we're doing it in this view. Unity's wacky with all its different views at times. So like this is what I'm aiming for. So they can clearly see they've got to crouch. Okay. Just gotta adjust all the variables to do that right. And also make it on the ground. I think we gotta just put it on the ground and maybe just adjust total height here. Is that good? I think that's reasonable. Maybe get total height back to 3 and then just adjust door height. Yeah, that's much more clean. Okay. So 153 maybe? Okay. 152, 15. There we go. That seems doable. And then far enough back does it still look like you need to crouch under it? The wideness of it kind of throws me off a little bit, but yeah, maybe it doesn't just seem too low to crouch. I'm gonna run out of time just focusing on this of all things. It's like, what should be the rough design of... And then I'll get back to chat in a second here. I've just gotten very obsessed over the height of this object. Okay. Okay. Is that reasonable? I think there's nothing I can avoid for a non-gamer just getting a face of... Oh. Wait a second. Does this not come with a collider mesh? Oh, it's not built yet. That's why. Let's see. Oh boy, we've got a few things. Oh no, Game Maker. Okay, crouching is not working for some unknown reason, but aside from that, I think this looks like something you crouch under. Like from a far enough distance, it looks chill. And then how are we gonna present it to the player? Probably from like this distance, where they can kind of see the whole wall at once. Those rails are misbalanced, but we'll fix that. Boom. Yeah. Okay, that seems like good intro. Now, as you can see, the sides don't really exist, which is a bit wonky, and I'd kind of like to change that if possible. But, Pro Builder can be a bit weird with that ways. I think there is some sort of add face thing. Let me go to chat first before I try to figure that out and ruin everything. Okay. Pizza Simulator, FNAF World, 420 mode. When will the game be available? This isn't even specifically a game. It's a game maker. And hopefully, it'll be out for my patrons in like the next 5 to 6 days. And sadly, because it's a Unity asset, it will like have to be 30 days before it's on the asset store. So, yeah, patrons will get it early. But with this, like, while I'm waiting for it to be on the asset store, I want to work on making non-gamer tutorials for FNAF Security Breach and for Minecraft Creative Mode. Don't tell them I said this. Game Maker is like one of the worst game engines to use. It depends on situation, but I know some people can make it work. YouTube channel called Boy Meets Girl, where it's documentaries of a couple playing video games. Yes, I know. I like caught on to them very, very early. They might know who I am, but the problem is with that series is like it's great, and what I'm interested in was their first few videos when she was first getting into games. Now it's just a lovely couple doing general playthroughs. She's a gamer at this point. That's the curse of once someone learns these things, it's hard to use them again as data. Man, I sound like such a robot sometimes. I truly am the GLaDOS of non-gamers. Doom sound effects. Yeah. Hey, it's open source. You can mod it for whatever sound effects you want. Okay, might give you inspiration, maybe. Thank you for the recommendation. My instructor called making games hard fun. That's a pretty good way to put it. Yeah, I'm overthinking the crouching. Yeah, should have read that like 7 minutes ago. I like games that make you crouch sometimes, like Halo Infinite. Good to see you folks through, man. 30 minutes. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. 30 to 20 business days. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. However, when I pushed updates for the starter assets, they go through in like 5 hours. So I don't get the disconnect there. It's like they're not even checked. So maybe since I've already released an asset, it'll be a lot faster. But it'll still take me like about a week to make a video on it. All my code is pure. Did I hear Game Maker? What did I miss? I have like 40 windows open. technicallitys has a sponsorship with Game, or some sort of thing with Game Maker that I'm kind of missing right now because I'm down here in the live streaming cave. But we're going to rotate over and just watch the. Oh yeah, Chris, you don't know this part. For my presentation, I'm literally just going to live stream SGDC from this stream. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, so people can see my beautiful presentation that I'm doing at the technicallitys Game Designers Conference. And I should probably do that in 20 minutes, not 25, because I gotta make a nice little, like, banner thing of, like, aha, this is it. The volume's probably gonna be a bit messy. And I'd love to finish this block. I said I could do 2. If I stay focused. Probably. Okay. I'm trying to see how we can get. Yeah, that merge faces right there. That's good. Not really merging the faces, but adding a face here is what I'm trying to do. And new shape. Come on, give me face selection. New shape. Just give me new face. New face here. Could I maybe go to a dragging one of the faces here and make a clone of it upwards? Does that work? Ooh, that might work. That does not work. I mean, it works, but it's upside down. Could I? This has got to be the silliest way to make faces on this. Can I flip the face? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Sure, see, this looks like a very nicely made mesh. Now that I know that, actually, I might be able to solve this. Okay, but not on the sides. You know what? This is future Luke's problem. Current Luke's problem is getting this ready for presentation. So, we're not going to worry that there's no faces on the sides of this. For now. My subconscious will worry about it, but my current conscious needs to not. No matter how difficult that may be. Like, look at that. It looks like Nightmare Void. And someone might ask that because I'm showing off the editor tool, and only briefly. And I'm just going to have an overview, and it's like, oh, what's that chunk contain? Nothing but void? It's like, kinda. As you may or may not have already picked up, I'm a bit obsessed on getting a good impression with these people. And by these people, I mean people I've already lived with for like 2 weeks, so. Dastardly Devil Mark over my Undertale music. Yeah, no. Elaine, I see you're a newcomer to the Etra Games live stream cinematic universe, but you seem to be just a bit of a troll, you know, reminding people of the existence of Story of Undertale and other horrible things. Losing any subscribers from streaming here? Probably. You know what? Let's check. Let's watch my Etra Games subscriber count drop down more. Which it's upsetting because I got like no more additional viewers. It seems like literally everyone who's interested in the non-gamer stuff has shifted. Let's see my subscriber count drop live. Live streaming my sub count dropping. Where do I see live subscriber count again? I don't see where the live one is. There's somewhere where you can see live subscriber count. As a YouTuber, I should probably know where, as a now full-time YouTuber, I should probably know where that is. Oh, there we go. See live count. See, look at that. I lost 2 subscribers. I'm so confused by only 2. Oh my gosh, Undertaling. Luke is just obsessed with Light Buddy. It is, what was I gonna say? If someone sent a super chat in the right channel, then Light Buddy pops up. So, that's fun. Not on this channel, sadly. But hoping for that in future live streams. Okay, boom, boom. Is this literally all we need to do here? Have I stressed out so much about placing 2 objects? That does not sound like Luke Etrabender in the slightest. I would never overcomplicate basic things. I would never do that. Why does it say we've got 3 doors? Oh, because one was made in the abyss, where a lot of doors go. Crouch chunk. Can I just, like, get a... Ooh, you know what? We can give this sides and a ceiling. That's exactly what we can do. Okay. I figured out. I have saved Christmas, everyone. We may only get this crouch chunk done, but it will be in a much more complete form. So emotional when everyone, they change the layout once a year. Oh yeah, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is a funny company. We have a lot of funny companies. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's crunch this in. Yeah, I figured out. I actually know everything now. Like, this revelation has put me on the power level of a god. Like, This is how game dev is. You spend like so much time stressing out about the smallest thing, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then like do 400 things. And oh, that was a bit of clipping. Okay, 18 minutes till presentation. Okay, so my idea is we shrink the tunnels a bit, and we make a ceiling and a, what was I gonna say? A ceiling and a, 2 walls for both of these tunnels. That way they're, tunnels, and they don't show any of their not having faces issues, because those are then completely covered up. Okay, so now we new shape, we cube, we fetch it from the abyss where all these pro builder objects like to just hang. Why? Like, I'm so close to 0, 0. Why do they crave the abyss? Maybe it's just a natural primal calling all of us humans have. The call of the abyss. And just pro builder objects are so advanced that they too experience the call of the abyss. Okay, 1 wheel. Okay, I like the height of 3, so we'll just put a very thin roof on top. So 3, and we'll layer the, okay, well that works. And 3. And now we can line this up. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, aside from the fact that these are 2 separate objects and we're gonna have issues when actually texturing it, but you know, we'll ignore that for now. And boom. Especially if we do a 3D modeler who's gonna be joining crew. Baton is his name. And if anyone wants to help out with these projects, Discord link below. They're open source now, so got a lot of help by doing that by some wonderful people. Okay, bam. And then fetch cube from the abyss once again. Cube, get back here. There we go. Do we shrink everything down 1? I think we do, just not right now. Oh, you know what? I can actually simulate that by just like letting this, oh wait, no. I was like, let this just clip for now. Clip through everything. But not quite. I'll check chat in a second here. We get a bit more tense, shockingly, because you know, I've only got a few more minutes, and stuff keeps going to the abyss. Why is it called to the abyss? 15 minutes till presentation. Let's go. Okay, so 6 is perfect size. We move it to -3, which is perfect position. Pop this here. Makes it a bit taller than I want. Yeah, but it'll just be for now. 3, so that's perfectly flattened. And wabba-dabba-dab. And when we look at that, we have our tunnels created. No weirdness. Now let's just slap materials on them and we're good to go. Yeah. We probably want some sort of different material. Okay. So from Garfanta, Chris, I said the super chat needs to be on the other channel. So, you know, games for non-gamers, got it. I won't have to pay you back $5. It's hilarious. Okay, truly was an Undertale. Alex Kister. No, we're not gonna talk about him. Team Fortress 2 time. Some devs get so hung up I made a math discovery. Yeah. Here, and I like the part where I paid Luke and he paid my message. Hey, now I've read the message. Okay. Sequence A3. Oh, hi Tinkerer. Nice to see you again. Oh, and insert name here. Will you eventually make a non-game return-based RPG? That, yeah, maybe one day, but that is so far down the list. Because it might be easier than an FPS platformer. Yes, exactly. FPS and third-person platformer. They also have the shortest games, by far, that are kind of easier to get into because they're at a lower time scale. I think it's very possible. And then also just the motivational factor of if someone has played a third-person platformer, nothing else will scare them. So, Freddy said it's Freddy time and died night one on Pizza Sim. I get that. That's an Etcher Games reference. I know that guy. Okay. Yeah, I know the real Etcher Games. Like, I know it's shocking to some people to hear that, but yeah, it's crazy. Just look in a mirror and he's there, never going away. Okay, boom. Maybe we can have like a darker tunnel part and then a less dark outside. Oh, well, there we go. Kind of like this. Maybe exactly that. That does not look good. That is seamless, actually. Maybe we make it this, like, more ancient one. Because we've used cobblestone twice now. What about this? That looks horrible. Grass tunnel. Honestly. Looks less, terrifying. Granite, grass, and grass. Grass. See, now they're in like a nice little hedge thing. They're not in a dark, creepy tunnel. I like that idea. I don't like how this chunk looks visually, but I like the idea. Okay. And then we'll just get these railings, and then I think we're good. And I gotta move fast. Get this on thumb drive and get ready to present. Torches on the side of tunnel for light. I appreciate that. That would be great for decoration step. The problem is our player at this point can't really look. Oh, I guess he can't crouch either. Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that? Why am I not allowed to crouch? Yeah, FPS crouch. Do we not have FPS crouch attached to the character? Character movement, checkpoint respawn. We do. And it should enable the ability. Oh, unless it's playing an animation and that animation is not getting the ability. Yep. I figured it out. It's a dumb animation thing. Don't show tutorial animation. There we go. And then he'll be allowed to crouch. Yeah, click into crouch joystick or boom. Okay, actually this looks pretty nice. Not the ground, not the game in general, but the little tunnel. It doesn't look scary. It looks nice. Bam. Okay, we got that chunk done. Now we gotta go. Crouch chunk. We have this in the crouch chunk, right? Okay, good. Center that. I don't know if we have time for the borders. 8 minutes. Psh, we can get this done. Railing chunks. Okay, railing chunks need to be part of the crouch chunk. Oh wait, no, it already is part of the crouch chunk. So railing chunk 9. You're at negative 3.41. How about you go negative 3.5? You go 3.5. And then we'll just clone these until we reach the end of time. By the end of time, I mean the end of this little chunk. Oh, I've got a master plan actually. I can download this project onto the computer and load it while saying the PowerPoint presentation part of my thing. Open prefab again. Here, unpack all this from prefab. Boom. And just get rid of these. Get rid of these. Railing section 3, be gone. Railing section 4, be gone. Be gone. Be gone with the railing sections that are a bit over the edge. And now all we gotta do is go to here, change the end connection point. Boom, 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 boom. 12 I think is right. Yeah, that's right there. And I think the chunk should be good. Let's go to the scriptable object, level chunk, movement intro, blaster intro. Instead of test chunk, we'll make this one start icon again for now. Crouch chunk. 6 minutes. But I also gave myself a bit of a buffer, so in those final 5 minutes I can make a nice thing. And then right here, movement chunk, we do crouch chunk. Let's see if this functions. Also for the presentation, I should probably turn off the movement stuff that will be disabled at the beginning of game. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't have jump, crouch. Okay, awesome. So here's my amazing presentation, guys. I go to the tutorial creator, go next, first person, capsule. We're gonna pretend that part generated it in, and I didn't already have that character in. Okay, star. Sadly, we kind of don't have the star done. Blaster intro. Maybe I can change that name really quickly. Movement intro, crouch chunk. And so I can do movement intro, blaster, crouch. Look at this. Look at this. This is what we built so far. I think it's nice. We want to also deactivate all those test pickups and move him forward, because I don't know why the position of all this keeps on moving, but I think 3 chunks is a nice way to just show function. And you know what? Maybe the crouch one will work, maybe it won't. We'll have to see in the presentation, because we are out of time. Oh, did you implement gamepad controls for starter assets? Actually, Chris, ready? We did, because Unity's asset system and all the UI prompts are there, and streams from targets are also here. I don't know why they're over here instead of there, but yeah, now it's corrected. But yeah, supports any controller. Wonderful, including Ouya controllers. Okay, because there's so much demand for those. I just thought it'd be funny to add. It took like 2 minutes. We got my scuffed thumb drive. Let's push this to GitHub. We're gonna call it Crouch Chunk because I got so obsessed with the height and clipping of stuff that just a chunk with 2 objects took, what, 45 minutes? Sounds about right. Sounds about game development. Okay, bam. I've got a USB in. Is it gonna recognize it? No, that's why I have a backup USB with me. 3 minutes until presentation. Go. Yeah, there we go. Kali Live. Uh-oh. We're gonna format this. I think it's already formatted. Imagine just formatted C. Everything starts breaking piece by piece. Can't wait to play on DancePad. I will respond to chat on my phone when I get upstairs to the presentation room. For now, I am going to focus on getting this actually set up. So yeah, 2 minutes. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. 2 minutes. I've destroyed the world in that amount of time and rebuilt it in my bare hands in a video game. You know. Okay. Please just copy. Don't duplicate. Okay. Now while that's there, let's head on over to just steal spellcollective Twitch. Okay, I guess Twitch. Quackity. It's my favorite. Maybe just person in general. We're gonna kill my music and go to, but why am I not? I'm not logged in, but spellcollective. It starts at, oh, you guys can't see the time because it's covered, but I've got 7 minutes. But there we go. Countdown, and I can even just pass the audio over. So I'm going to write some sort of message. Spelk scene. Oh, I think you guys can still hear me. Display capture, bam. No. This one, yeah, and then save. Oh my gosh, I know the people from the trailer now. Can you play on the DK bongos? It's open source. See, that's my favorite thing to say to people now. It's like, ooh, blah, 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 blah. No, it's open source. You do it. Create new spelk message. I'm just gonna say, going to present here. Oh, that's the alarm if you guys can hear it. We are out of time. I'm going to present here. Check out, what's the Twitch link? twitchtv.spellcollective for the direct stream. There. Then go back to streaming for a direct feed. And then I gotta have a smiley face, right? Oh wow, that's a bit scaled high, you know. Can I press enter? There we go. We'll make this work. This was a pretty scuffed idea, but it's so funny. I like it. I like just stealing their live stream because I'm part of it. That just sounds like such a fun idea. Okay, I gotta figure out how to outline quickly enough. Dun 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 dun. Get a nice black outline. Okay, that does not look good. Especially if I'm here. I'm gonna cover up the microphone ad. Apologies, James. Apologies, James. But, it will suffer. Background color. Background opacity. Say black. Okay. Can I turn on background? Oh, this is just gonna be agony, isn't it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Bam. Bam. And then I'm gonna sign it. Sign it. I gotta sign it. Etra. Etra, my gamer tag. Okay, save. Oh, there's James. There's James. There's my boss. There's my boss. Okay, he's alive. Can you hear me? Actually, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna be leaving. So I'm gonna flip mic off and I'm gonna flip desktop audio on 100%.
I am a man who uses the techniques of a bat to navigate.
Yeah, motherfucker, from the underfunded klutz who never undercut the butcher. The pick a bugger at you.
chicka DJ James. All right, hello, welcome to SGDC. I'm your edgy host, James. So many edges to this guy. Show your junk. First up to show off his stuff. No.
Someone else first.
Someone else first. You're first on the list. Someone who isn't first, but is first. And also confused. And also not here. Trent. No? Okay. We don't know what Trent is talking about, and we don't know where he is, so I guess he's not. Do we have a Jonathan here? The cool guy. There. That one. Jonathan!
Well, as per request, I'll be doing a presentation since the rest of the team is snow steep, preparing for the Steam Next Fest. C control file, here we go. Alright, so this is about the new area that the Calcium Chaos is going to take stage in. So far, it's just been the familiar neighborhoods of suburbia that the game have taken place in, as shown on the screen. But at the time in the making, what the hell is the keys on this one? Is it this?
Yeah,
Okay, it is this one. Yeah, exactly. There's coming up a new area in the making, which is a jungle-themed one. It was at the start, at least. You have the big trees and stone structures and overgrowth and so on, and it still is. However, now it's going to be on the rooftops instead that is going on. So a quick little mashup of the concept so far, which have been hastily made today to show what we have on the hands and have made. The history of it is going to be an industrial complex taken over by plant-loving skeletons by turning, which have invaded place and turned the park into an actual park. So it's going to be a entirely new kind of environment the player is going to navigate themselves on by jumping from roof to roof with the super dash ability that they're going to have. There's still a lot of stuff that's still missing, plants or growth structures and so on, but this will give a good image of what's going to happen so far. Then there's also like a quick concept of one of the starting area, which not even done yet, but yeah, it gives the image of what's to come. Now, with the new jungle-themed area, there's also some jungle-themed skeletons coming up as new enemies, and one of them is the Devil Bloom host, a skeleton taken over by a plant, the Devil Bloom plant, which will walk around and just shoot out seeds, Devil Bloom seeds, and they'll then bloom out a Devil Bloom, which will spit at the player, so it can be attacked from different angles, and also have your way blocked by obstacles. Then there's the Skull Pot, which is a skeleton with overgrowth on his mind, a strawberry great enough for another skeleton to hide in it, spawning from his skull, and they'll target two players at once with pot shots. And then we have a Bone Doctors walking around, resting all the skeletons that have all died. No, there's going to be new ones. It's not somebody who already died, but yeah, spawning skeletons around like a necromancer, and then Big Tiki Bone, who's going to throw boulders at you. The thing is with these boulders is that whatever they hit, there's going to be left a hole, as we are on this fragile rooftops here. So that's going to restrict the area that you can move on even more. So a level, an area more about movements than things that you can hide behind. All right, presentation over. Any questions?
Yes, I have one.
All right, since you said it out loud.
So about the skull pot.
Yeah.
Like, was there any marijuana references involved in its creation?
Yeah, well, it's like a plant pot, or what do you say? It's like...
You said pot.
Yeah,
skull pot.
Yeah.
Seeing a weed.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's like still like a pot plant. You know. What do you call it that?
Oh, a potted plant.
Yeah, a pot and plant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, when you
Clay
said
pot.
weed,
Yeah, I know.
I
I know. I was just referring to the clay pot when that. So it's like you have a plant in it. Yeah.
No weed.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like ripping a
But there is reedery and strawberry, so you have to live with that kind of green. There was a question from James.
How does the skeleton use a blowpipe?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. You know, I guess
Shut
the
up.
plants give them life. You know, so yeah, that was James.
What made you guys change to rooftops?
That was a game designer choice, and that was to make it more interesting because we started off with the jungle-themed areas here, and it's also shown on the map. I guess that was too generic for the game designers. They wanted something more special, which also had an impact, because this will probably just be the same as Suburbia, just with big trees and construct and so on. But now you are more restricted in your movements by only being on these platforms up in the air. And also less obstacles to hide behind. You can be, so it makes the new area more interesting than just a new cosmetic or texture on the old one. So any other questions? Yeah.
With the skull pot, how it attacks two players, can you play single player, and how does that work?
Yeah. Then it's like you get two projectiles against you instead. So that's it depends on how you want to have it. It's spread out the projectiles, or you want to have two projectiles shot at you. But it's more of a thing that's considered in case when it comes to something special of multiple players. But it's that's the mechanic. Anyone else? Oh yeah.
About the devil bloom.
Yeah.
Can it infect another skeleton? Like if it meets a basic skeleton somewhere, can it turn it into a devil bloom host?
So far, it's just going to be this guy. But again, once it's out and we have tested it, and maybe some suggestions from the player will be so that we'll have that mechanic on it. Things can change, but as it stands right now, it's just going to be this guy. And we have to test that out in practice, because is it going to be too much of having all these flowers around you just shooting at you like some zombie versus plants kind of game? And then maybe that have to be like, well, they're not gonna spawn every 5 seconds, then maybe 10 or something like that. It's about balancing. But yeah, it could be an option. But right now we just need to see if this is too much to handle in the first place, because we don't know really. But yeah. Any other questions going on? Nope. All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
be thanking of them.
Do you want to go last, Luke, or what's the point?
I found a way to make it work.
Alright,
I can go.
if you want to.
Okay.
Luke!
I don't have actual software here, but I found a really funny way to actually get the software. So I'm gonna go through like 7 layers of meta. This will make sense in a minute. I'm just gonna
Watch his own stream. He's watching this stream.
We're gonna get through some weird layers of meta. near the end here, but first let me see.
It might
This
be
is the
message requests. Up.
Stream. Okay. Yeah. Accept DM. Of course you'll accept DM. I'm so cool. We can open it with Internet Explorer PowerPoint.
Sure.
Right? Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Never trust James. Save file. Run file. What? Do we not have PowerPoint on here?
Internet Explorer is great. Run with Internet Explorer.
Oh. Let's see. Does it function?
Did you open it?
How do you guys normally run PowerPoints?
Google Slides.
Google
Yeah.
Slides. Man.
PowerPoint lets you export binaries for that reason.
Canva's
Ah.
good too.
Ah, that's great. How about I come back when I actually have the PowerPoint exported to what file?
Like an exe.
You can export it as an executable.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. We're not that fancy
Don't
to have
worry,
desktop.
It happened to me twice when I started out here.
Twice, okay.
Well, in such case, do we have a trend here now? Oh. Signing up for a presentation and not showing up? Okay!
Were you this early?
Okay, so do
You
you
were that
want
late.
to?
When did you start it? Stream.
At 8. Or even past 8. Because people weren't here.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to introduce harmful? No, these are great files. What are you talking about? So let's go.
Yeah.
How to make it big? This one?
F5. Yes.
Build
spell.
spell.
Yes.
Cool. So this is some inspiration for our project. It's mostly food and Samus. Any questions? All right. Well, thank you. Do you want to?
Yeah. No, so we kind of been eating food, playing with Samus, and we're like, let's kind of make a game that's cute and has food, and then we've been talking about it for weeks, but always changing it constantly. So it was like, let's fucking do a game jam. It's time. So we kind of finally do anything. And it was like, yeah, fuck it. Last week we did it on the weekend and started doing this all stuff. So yeah, we were very focused, as the caterpillar is showing you guys. But I'm gonna quickly go through, like, over the years of game jamming, I kind of have like a system how you open up your brain to really help getting ideas. So this is where we started off. We were like, we want wholesomeness, we want food, and we want cute animals in there. And then we really tried to expand and go as far away as possible, but still connecting kind of to these images or to these words. And it's supposed to help you upload a lot of stuff into the cache of your brain. And then we did a second sheet of like, okay, what are the cool things? What are the points that are the furthest away from what we started with? Or what is important to us? So we went even further. And yeah, I think we did this like in 2 hours, but this helped us really coming down to the things that we care about and find a common ground as a team as well. And then we had all these ideas, all these beautiful ideas. They were born under a lot of stress and timing issues. And then we had to murder them because we can only do one. And this is apparently Sparta. And then there's a lot of murder. So we started doing paper prototypes, as you can see. They are very detailed, but they always include cute things and hearts and food. And this was one of the first paper prototypes that we played around with, and we murdered that idea too, because it was too complicated. So we kind of landed on this, which you will see what this will be. But I literally scribbled the little whatever beaver just cause of boredom or like I'm not sure what I'm doing. But yeah. So and born was Love Snack, a game about loving snacks. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's go.
It's not too bad. Oh, that's alright. Yeah. So here's our bear protagonist. He doesn't have a name, does he?
No,
Later.
he's a bear. That's important.
Yeah.
So he made us camp at night.
So it's your classic crafting inventory game. So you can make combinations of foods. We can just make a fish for now.
And he's very hungry, so
He's a hungry bear.
he would. It's very important that he will love your snack.
What are they gonna say?
So I had a lot of fun with the food things. And then here is my cheese wheel that I didn't UV properly.
Yeah, it's the cursed cheese.
And so if you make bad food, eventually.
How can cheese be? How can cheese be the bad food?
Because the UVs are all wrong. So he doesn't like bad food.
What happens if you drop it in his face?
He'll still eat it, but he won't be happy about it. And then yeah, we can make a, I don't know, sandwich thing. But yeah, this is kind of the concept. We just wanted something small and tight that like looked nice. Yeah, that's it. I'll turn the music off or something.
Yeah. But yeah, we try to focus a bit on aesthetics as well. That looks adorable and feels nice and juicy. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Oh wait.
Any questions? We cooked nothing. That's cool.
Okay, wait.
That's a big
Luke, questions.
Oh, you had a slide?
We did it. Yes.
Did you just make a nothing sandwich and it was good?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, nothing is better than bad.
Cheese.
No. Yes.
Is it on HIO and will it run on Mac?
It is.
We could put it there if you want. Yeah.
I mean, the plan is to put it at itch.io, but I'm not sure how far we will continue. I mean, this was a lot of fun, and we had more plans for it, like a map where you would make him explore and actually get the ingredients, and then you had to puzzle it together, and then the shape wouldn't be just a square, but like more complicated shapes, and you had to fill each slot to make it to make it cook. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will continue working on it. But yeah, Andreas.
That wasn't the question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess we
How
can.
you would take it further.
Yeah, maybe we are doing the Flaming Onigiri Studio and make only food-related games.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. That's already it.
Next up again, Luke.
Third time's the charm. Righty. Okay. Yeah. Can we even do it? Yeah. There were never any issues.
Oh shit.
Okay. Hi there. My name is Luke, and I like making video games. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Hi, Luke.
I like making video games so much that I'd like to make it my job in the future. There's just one issue. I can't spend my life working on projects that I can never share with the people closest to me. Namely my parents, siblings, and one day I hope a future wife. And upsettingly, this isolation seems to be the norm for this industry. Mr. Nintendo Miyamoto's wife can't get into anything other than mobile games. Eiji Onoma has a similar story, and I'd argue that most of you in this room are making games that your parents or partner just won't be able to play. And I'm sorry, but to me that just sounds suffocating. To make something you love so much and to not be able to share it with the ones you love most, I refuse to have that be me. So, 4 years ago, to figure out why people have difficulty playing more complex video games, I had my mom play Deltarune without any help, and I had my sister play Bendy and the Ink Machine without any help. It did not go well. From their suffering, and 2 videos by Extra Credits, I learned that along with issues regarding the crash in 1983, current marketing, negative press, and all sorts of other issues, we have an untaught language of things that gamers are just expected to know. This language involves naturally knowing things like how to press 2 buttons on a keyboard at once, how to move a camera around without staring at the floor, and how to jump horizontally and vertically in a 3D platformer, as you see beautifully illustrated. While my victims were suffering, on the other side of the age spectrum, we had my 3-year-old baby nephew Lucas, who would ask to play the car game on his dad's Xbox for 5 minutes once every few days. And over the course of the past few years, I think like us, baby Lucas has learned gaming's untaught language through trial and error and a lot of time that children have, but adults don't. And that seems to be the story I keep on hearing from people who really want to get into video games, but can't. So I figured, let's just start teaching this untaught language. I've created what I've called non-gamer tutorials to teach the untaught basics of a game before it begins. I started documenting this journey on my old YouTube channel, Etra Games, and then moved over to a new channel, which I am streaming the speech from right now, called Games for Non-Gamers. Through those channels, my subscribers helped me make and test non-gamer tutorials for Portal, Toki Time Trials, and Journey. These short 15-minute games taught new players how to walk, press multiple buttons at once, time jumps, look around without staring at the floor, and more. And the results of just teaching these basic mechanics has been staggering. In our non-gamer testing, we found that Journey, the game I would like to call the best entry point for non-gamers, takes around an hour and a half for an average gamer to complete, but a non-gamer with a coach takes about 4 rough hours to beat the game. We then had 6 sets of non-gamers with gamer coaches play my 20-minute non-gamer tutorial, then Journey, and both games only took them 3 hours, the same time as movie night, and each of the quote-unquote test subjects had a great time. So that got me thinking, if these non-gamer tutorials help out so much, then why not put them in every game? Imagine if Journey just had a button on its menu that said, non-gamer tutorial. My mom could click it, and when I was a kid, me and her could play it for hours. In COVID, how many grandparents could play games with their children if they had non-gamer tutorials to speed them through the trial and error of learning gaming's language? So here's how you add a non-gamer tutorial to your Unity game. You download Etra's non-gamer tutorial maker from the Unity Assets Store. And as you can see, we have a whole system where you, step by step, you select what genre your game is as part of the Etra starter assets made. A part here, which I skimmed through, is you select what abilities your the character should already know, which abilities you want to teach, and what abilities they can't do out of all the abilities in the open source asset. And then it builds for you these level chunks, which you can rearrange and sort and make your own custom non-gamer tutorial. And all you have to do is make a button to that scene, and I will feature you on my YouTube channel full of people hungry for games that they can teach their parents. Yeah, that's my deal. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
And then you expect the person implementing this in their game to change it to their graphics, or do you plan on providing them with the graphics and everything like that as well.
Yes, so graphics here are clearly a bit of a sore spot that I've got to work through. But the idea is the starter assets and this non-gamer tutorial maker are all built to just go additively on top of any Unity game. So it's just going into a different video game, basically, if they press that button. So for example, like Journey, I'm imagining if they wanted to not spend the time making their own full custom non-gamer tutorial thing, they press the button and then it just goes to my 20-minute training program. Something like that. So far I've focused on function over form, but I'd love, these projects are all open source, I'd love any help I can get. Yes.
Are you also planning on writing guidelines and documents for people who want to implement it on their own?
I've got video tutorials already for the starter assets this is built on, but
I mean like guidelines in general for what should you be teaching and what's the best way to teach should they want to implement everything in their game on their own.
I'd say, like, I can write some general stuff in documentation, but that's kind of what my channel is all about. Like, here's this helped versus this helped. Like, for example, I mentioned, like, pressing 2 buttons on a keyboard is difficult for non-gamers. Well, it's because it's built in their brain that when they're typing on a document, you can't press 2 buttons at once. You'll mess up the word you're typing. So it's a lot easier for them to start on a controller where they have no bad associations connected to it versus attempting to even press 2 buttons next to each other on a keyboard, which shocked me because I think that would be backwards, like they're familiar with the keyboard, but there's nothing to unlearn on the controller.
Cool. More questions?
As someone who is kind of bad at 3D games and only recently started playing it this year, how does it feel to be this awesome?
What do you mean? As in, like...
How do you feel like being awesome like you are?
Oh, okay. About knowing 3D games. It's called I just grew up around them. I don't think there's anything more fancy than that. Yes.
Why do you think Journey's a better onboarding game than a 2D game?
A few reasons. Okay, if you think of any 2D game, you say like, it's 2D, therefore it's simple. Well, over the course of years, we've kind of had a weird thing where the longer a genre is out, the more its language builds up and the more strict they are about you already know it. So like Shovel Knight, like very first screen has 3 pits where if you fall in, you immediately die. Like, they know you will make those jumps. Any major platformer game, first of all, it's like 6 to 8 hours long. In the difficulty spike, you could throw a non-gamer in front of that for 3 hours and they'd get past level 1. And that wouldn't be a fun experience. The reason we go with Journey and stuff is because, oddly enough, since they haven't been out as long, first-person games and third-person games are more initially forgiving. And then there's also been a bit of a psychological benefit of, hey, if they can play scary 3D game from beginning to end in 3 hours, this is possible. If they're over here doing something more simple, then that gate doesn't fully open up as much from what I've heard and interviewed, and yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next up is Glenn.
Hello. Let me see. I am working on a game called Aquamundo. And I haven't presented in a while, and some new people have arrived in the house, so I thought I'll quickly go over what my game is about. So, Aquamundo is a water park tycoon game where you get to create and decorate your own virtual swimming paradise with pools, slides, and other attractions and amenities. So, that was the current state of the game. Like, you can already create pools and slides and baths and work on the terrain. Some screenshots I have shown before. I should probably make some new ones at some point. But, yes. And then now we have a decoration editor. And in the beginning I only had cubes and spheres, but now luckily we also have some other assets thanks to our interns that we can now test with, and yeah, I'm quite happy already to have something like round and like more organic than the things that I have so far. And then the thing I've been working on recently, and it's taken longer than I wanted to, because I kind of ended up in like a rabbit hole of, okay, I want to have this editor, but then when I finished it, I was like, oh, but the UI doesn't feel great, so I want to make it better, and I just kept changing things, and then I realized, oh, I want to like visualize things better, and then I started thinking about, oh, maybe I should also rework the whole collision system and everything. So I'm just working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But this is the current state, so you see the different pieces, you can change the endpoints, and it shows when something is not possible in red, and as always it's possible to like raise them and stuff, and then things get generated automatically, and as always you can color stuff. I like colors, and I think that's it. Yes, so that's what I have been working on lately. Any questions? Yes.
Why did you keep the quit game tart?
I don't know. I like to, even in the short videos, I like to have a definitive end show. Yes, it's done. Yes.
What are you using for the curves?
Well, I'm doing it myself. Like I programmed the thing myself. I just have like basically points defined that I then just extrude along a curve, which is based on the points that the player has selected.
What kind of curves?
Bezier curves.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yes, James?
What can we expect to see next?
Well, next, so once like the editor is finished, then I'm working on the guests again, and then like you probably remember maybe a few weeks ago I showed like the T-pose characters going down the slides, and then I'm actually working on the physics, so they will slide and not just stick through the things. That's the next thing. Yes.
When can select special homies expect to be able to test this game?
Well, when I'm done with this editor overhaul and like the systems I'm working on now, then yeah, I don't want to say a specific date because then I'm jinxing it. In a few weeks, I guess. Yes. Any other questions? No? Unless I didn't see any. Oh, yes. Tintin?
Will there be more varieties of palm trees?
Yes, I want to have many different trees, so it doesn't look like there's only one tree, space everywhere. Yes. That's all. Okay.
Can you color the trees?
Yes. And there will be a special thing, like you can use the same color palette for all the trees, but you can have a different, like each can have a different value of like an offset, so they don't have the exact same color, just like in real life. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
That's all. Thanks.
All right. Next person up, a trader who will be leaving us soon. Sad tears. Rasmus.
Yes, I am leaving. But I thought I might show something I've kind of been ignoring. I have my tech demo. Not specifically, I have a grappling hook. I have been working on for too long. But and it's pretty close to being finished. So this is my grappling hook. You can. So the way I've been doing this is you have two modes. You have the grappling mode and you have the swing mode. If you're in the grappling mode, you'll be launched towards something. If you swing mode, you'll swing. And you can't move while you're in the air because that's not how Unity works. How to say this? Yes, you can see you can kind of swing around and sort of work with the momentum, which I think is pretty neat. Oh. Yeah, so I've been working on this for a little while, and it's not perfect. It's not quite where I would want it, but it is finished for a tech demo, essentially. And yeah, there's a few but most of the things that are problematic in it are mostly variables and stuff. So mostly just altering numbers. Yeah. So this is something I'm gonna be working on as things go on, and I'm hoping to eventually turn it into a game, or at least put it into a game. I have some ideas for some platformers and stuff. I don't have too much to say. I really just want to show this before I go, because I'm leaving for better things, hopefully. Maybe. Who knows?
Whoa.
Who knows? No, I'll be back at some point. But I have other things to do. I want to work on the game I made for the arcade game, and I want to expand on that and actually make it have levels. And I want to get working in the industry and stuff like that. So once I'm done doing that, I might be back. And then maybe I'll work on this game. Yeah. If anyone has any questions. Games.
So the next step is that you're gonna go back to the arcade game and continue.
Yes, I'm planning to make it sort of like a roguelike one now. And sort of have several levels and stuff.
Can you just quickly say what the arcade game was to the people?
I can even show it because I think it should be. Look, here it is. So this is my sort of ghost game, which is a runner as well, which I think actually has some things. So you can kind of. It's just an endless run at the moment, which you can run and you can kind of glide and stuff. Yeah. Oh look, I think this might be something. So yeah. And then eventually I want to have several levels, and I want to have certain power-ups. At the moment you have 2 power-ups. I would like you to be able to have more and sort of expand that, at least, and be able to swap and mix and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Johanna?
What was the most challenging part with
Of I think the working with the string joint at the moment, which is what I'm using for the swing effect, which for some reason didn't want to work for like weeks, like 2 weeks I think I wasn't working with that. So that is definitely just because it's so new and I haven't really worked with anything like that before. I haven't really worked with a lot of physics. It's just getting the physics right with the string joint and the rigid body of the player to make those two things mixed together. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next up is boy, Axe.
Hi there.
Hi there, stranger.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, let's find where my Discord message is. Okay. So yeah, I haven't posted at SGDC for a while, so I should probably do that once in a while. So yeah, there's definitely not a correlation between any Zelda releases and my lack of attendance here, but I'm here to show some stuff now, some of the recent happenings. Yeah, so for Bottle Sky, I went to Nordic Games Con. It was very fun. Good time had by all. Then for the game itself, I've been working on a bunch of planets to go in the background. So hopefully we can implement that. So there's 69 for just a good amount of variety. But then if we hue shift them and
size shift, then hopefully it's seamless and feels very infinite, which is good because the game wants to be a big infinite space game. Oh yeah, I should introduce myself in case you don't know who I am. I'm the artist and animator on Bottled Sky, which I believe Lucas is showing today, so you'll get to actually see the project in its glory. But yeah, one of the main enemies we had in Bottled Sky, and one of the main things I've shown at SGDC was this hamster enemy, which we probably are going to cut from the game. There's a bunch of little reasons why. I won't go into it now, but I could do a post-mortem later, but essentially he was just a bit too busy. He had too many features, his animations are too elaborate, and it would be very hard to bring an entire, game's worth of enemies up to his very high standards. As you can tell, he's a persnickety fellow. So now we have the Chomper instead, who is animated in a simpler way, but his actual form has more detail, so it more closely aligns with the ship itself and the rest of the assets in the game. Although we'll see if that remains true, and this is the final look for the enemies we have, but this is the main thing I've been working on recently, such as all these little elaborate animations, which use both Adobe Animate, like, bone animation function, so you just, like, hook up the fangs to the body and then they all move together, or just traditional 2D animation where every frame is different, as you can see in his little roll backwards there, or the splatter. And yeah, the idea behind him is that he's a much simpler enemy, so instead of several different attacks, he finds you, he wants to charge at you, and that's the one thing every Chomper will always do all the time. So you can predict their behavior a lot more, and it's just, I believe, more clean and elegant design. But yeah, it's not all Bottled Sky today. I've got some other stuff, such as Calcium Chaos. This is more of an apology to Hannibal for not doing more Calcium Chaos stuff, but I have been working on some VFX for them, specifically the fireball that's in the game, and I want to move on to their magic missile particle soon, when I can find some spare time. I've also been working with Sebastian on his 3D modelling, so I've given him some reference sheets. We did one for Claire in the past, but he requested a more monstrous character, so this is one of my friend's D&D characters that I've now given a bit more life, and hopefully we can see this manifest into something interesting. Like, I'm very excited to see what he does with that. And then beyond that, Victor showed off a game last week, and this is the other half of that game, how it looks visually. I've been trying to work on something for that, so this is some concepts for player characters, what they might look like, and here she is running. Look at her go. And then, yeah, next for Bottled Sky, I'm back to doing rotoscoping on ships, because I think it will be really cool if the ship can do backflips. So I'll be in the dungeon for many hours just drawing the same spaceship over and over, just like how I started in Spell Collective. It should be fun. And yeah, so I think that's everything I've been on for the past month or so. Yeah, any questions? Yes?
How many projects do you have going on at the same time?
Too many. They'll all crash and burn, it'll be wonderful.
What type of programs are you using for the animations?
Adobe Animate. So that's what Flash animation became.
Oh, so it's all hand animated. You don't use like something like Spine?
No, it has similar functionality to Spine in there, and I've been trying to learn that more, such as for this Chomper enemy, but I opt for 2D as much as possible. Like, for instance, in this running animation, if I could just draw the face once and just have that move up and down with basic tweening, I instead do that, and then I trace over it every single frame, so that every frame it has different line work, because I think it looks nicer.
Yeah. They look amazing.
Thank you. Yes?
Do all things you do not have like this part?
I've been experimenting with that as just like a house branding thing for the games, just a nice unifying art style thing. And just because I like the idea, but Bottled Sky is not a game that has full body creations, so people not having ankles won't make any difference there. So maybe if this game has a lot more characters that have full body portraits all the time, it'll make more of a difference. I think that's everything. Okay. Bye.
Let's go with Lucas then.
Oh.
chord stuff.
Don't pretend it's not Danish.
No, I don't need that
don't
actually.
know.
I don't see you.
So if you haven't seen my game, I'm working on something called Bottled Sky. It is a 2D action adventure set in space. Skip past some story there. And yeah, so the thing I've done this week is adding in the AI for this chomper. So it, like I said, it does, well, like Max said, it's got one attack, and essentially we're just trying to make this enemy be only about that. So I just spawn in a couple more. I probably won't have them collide with each other because I'll do funny things like that. But yeah, these ones will be a lot simpler than the hamster, and also be a lot easier to kill. So this would be more like something that you would see as the first encounter for enemies, and they die a lot quicker. Yeah. They line up nicely. I didn't do that on purpose. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions on that? No? Okay. Oh, yes?
Why can't the hamster still be there with his skin more rare?
Okay, so we probably won't cut the hamster. I might I might cut down some of its behaviors, and also we'll probably need to redo the art as well, because the art style for this enemy has a bit more detail on it, and the hamster was less detailed. Yeah, but as it is right now, we'll probably cut that, but then it'll just be cutting down some of its behavior. James?
Will the monster be going through the player?
I'm going to experiment with that for now, yeah. I think it's easier to do the animation like that, rather than have it sort of... Like, imagine if it did this dash, but then it stopped when it hit you. I think that wouldn't look as good, whereas as it is now, like if you got hit and then you got knocked back at the same time, I think that might look better, but I don't know. It's something I'll experiment with on and off. Yeah. Yes?
Just like an idea or something?
No feedback.
Oh, you're right, sorry.
You can take it afterwards.
I was gonna do the combo breaker thing because I thought that was fun. Like if you hit a lot of stuff, it'll godlike.
Lots to kill.
Okay, alright, thank you.
Alright, next up, Manuel.
Hello. I am Doril. I work on Not Us with Andreas, and over the last months I've been working on rebuilding the game from scratch, basically. Build a proper card game engine for it, which has given us like a lot of flexibility. As an example, I recently re-implemented all the special cards that some of you might know from the old tournament edition of the game, and it took about a day and then 2 more for debugging, for like 10 game features, which I think is pretty good. So here's a little demonstration of what it looks like now, which is basically the same as before. And that is kind of the goal right now. We're looking to get feature parity with the old version, and I think we're pretty close in terms of the core gameplay. And one of the more interesting challenges was like the card game engine, kind of how do we structure events and actions in the game and keep that expandable. So something that I recently implemented is an action queue, which you can see ticking here on the left, which handles a lot of the gameplay interactions, like moving cards, discarding cards, starting new turns, drawing cards. Those kind of things show up as actions, and then they go through this queue. And for this demonstration, I've artificially slowed down the queue so you can see it in action. usually all of the stuff is instantaneous, except where it's waiting for animations to happen. So that's kind of the progress update. Getting very close to how it used to be, and then further beyond. Andreas has been doing the visuals mostly, and I've been doing all of the coding. So that's where we're at. Questions? Didn't explain the project, but it's a card resource gathering game. James.
Well, Trent was first.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, when you have this queue system and it's quite visualized. Are you expecting to have like quite large queues that the player is like managing in some way?
No, so this is just a debugging feature right now. It will be hidden away, and like I said, it will be instantaneous. So as an action flies in, it'll be immediately resolved. But the queues can get somewhat lengthy. Like right now, when a new turn starts, we're queuing up like 6 or 7 actions that they need to resolve and can asynchronously work or wait for player input. That was kind of the big hurdle. It's kind of a task scheduler.
Even though you're not on par yet with the previous, how it worked previously, how do you feel, Andreas? Do you feel like it's does it feel better, like as a foundation, or putting you on the spot here?
Well, I like the task scheduler, and the funny thing is that we had such an argument. I don't know what it sounded like from the outside, but I felt a bit heated, and Burial was standing his ground, so it was kind of funny how once he came up with the task scheduler, I really like the idea of having a card game with that system, because it's the one thing that exhausted me in my prototype, was the fact that sometimes the chain of events could get ridiculous behind the scenes because of how the cards interact with each other and the player characters. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out, that even though this was our most heated argument yet, it also yielded the best feature yet, or two, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I often insist on finding a good solution rather than one that works immediately, and then we disagree on that. But in this case, I think, yeah, it worked out.
Yes, well, I expect all of our arguments actually to end up fine. Maybe it's the how stubborn we are, or how much we have to say, that actually it's going to make the game great in the end.
So maybe it's not part of the current gameplay, but does this system then support things like if you would have like instants, like in Magic the Gathering, like?
Yeah, so tasks can be asynchronous and run immediately, or they can be arranged in a specific order where they have to wait for each other. There's a lot of flexibility in that regard. If you've ever worked with like thread scheduling, I was kind of vaguely inspired with that. And that seems to be...
I want to add, especially since that card just came up, or the blister there, it's a damage over time, so at the end of a turn, or the beginning of a turn, it needs to activate and send out a damage as the cards are being dealt, but there might also be other cards trying to act at the same time, so it's going to get messy in the future.
Yeah.
But now we're ready.
But we're already like reacting to events, like the discard slot reacts to a card being in it, and then discards it. The collection slot reacts to cards going to the turn changing, and those kinds of events are handled very nicely. I cannot make Magic the Gathering with this. That was like a deliberate, like, we're not going that far. So I guess that's my time slot.
You have a question from okay.
Andreas, is this why you're going around thinking about time travel?
No, it's because I live at Spelkollektivet and there's a bunch of nerds here.
Okay.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, he wanted to move there earlier.
Go back in time and kill baby James.
Oh my god!
What the?
I'll go with Alice's suggestion.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Go back in time again and kill first Andreas from killing baby James.
Alright, next up, the never dying smile from Poland, David. Please shine a light upon us.
Yes. Okay. Sure. Hi, I'm David. I'm from Poland.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, I'm happy.
It's in the contract. You have to say it.
What? Oh, never mind. So this is just like a progress update also. I was really wanting to hide in my corner and not do it, but I thought, okay, I'm gonna do it anyway, because just show people that I do things in general. So those are just cards I added recently. Over like 5 days or so, I had this focus that, okay, this is now like my time to add more cards into a card game, because if you're making a card game, people probably gonna like cards. So yeah, but most of them were like based on the idea of each card has to be unique to the point where it forces me to fix a lot of code that was done like in a very spaghetti way. So just to challenge myself. Okay, so there's some very terribly pixelated JPEGs. So for example, this card is for like a kind of necromancer, warlocky guy. But the thing it does is like transforming other cards, but then it also has to find those cards in your discard pile. So I had to rework a bunch of stuff with the discard pile to actually be like properly done to allow for this. So that's just one of those things. This one, for example, finds one of the cards again from the discard pile, destroys it, and then heals you for the amount. So just similar concept, but slightly different. This one just morphs your entire hand into a bunch of spells that are very tiny, kind of explosive spells, and this is it basically. It's a tactic card so in my game the tactic cards are kind of in the corner of your screen and they do something on the next turn or over multiple turns. So the previous card basically is like, yeah, do you want to have a lot of explosive sparks in your hand that cost 0 mana? Then you have this basically. And it also is not limited, so you can spam the previous one like on the entirety of your deck, and suddenly in this for the duration of the battle you just only fighting with sparkles if you like that. Here's like one, it's improvise, which means basically you're finding a card, you get to pick one of 3, just very typical of deck builders, and this is just pulling from a set of frost spells. So there's a bunch of frost based spells. It costs 2 mana, but you don't really know what you're gonna get, so it's like RNG but also funsies, so that's the focus. More discover stuff. Here, for example, this card is one that I wanted to do when it normally deals piercing damage, which is like a physical attack, but if you get hit by an enemy and you lose health and you drop below 50% HP, this card transforms itself into like a defensive spell, but then it stays that defensive thing. So it's not only temporary, it actually permanently, for the duration of the battle, turns into a block card. This punish for 50%. Punish is a keyword I use for reducing enemies' max HP, but you don't necessarily kill the enemy. You're just kind of slowly weakening them, and it's again for like a kind of necromancer guy. So this has like some simple math, 50% of your missing health, but I had to like fix some spaghetti to actually have this working. This is just more of the same thing. With the previous one was with frost. This one was it's like you're the kind of hobo wizard who's losing his mind roaming forests. So why not have a spell that turns your entire hand into fireballs, and then you also sacrifice your own health, then you get a bunch of mana, so then you get like one more turn of a lot of damage. But fire damage in my game is completely RNG because it's like dice rolls, so you don't really know what's gonna happen. But since the entire style of that archetype is about randomness, well, why not? More stuff. This also transforms itself. Here's like a druid kind of guy card. So you're summoning a different card, which is, for example, a bear or a wolf. You get to pick. And the cool thing about those two is that they're like companion cards, so once you play them, they don't go away. They stay for the entirety of the battle, and that's like their shtick. So, any questions? Oh, there's also a cheat code in the game, so if your name is Trent Loves Cheese, like all your cards turn into cheese and your icon is also cheese. And there's zero functionality to it. Yes, Trent?
How strong is the cheese deck?
I mean, depends on your deck, I guess. But this piece of cheese gives you defense.
Nice.
So yeah, you can damage the enemy with cheese also, because everything is cheese. Mariana?
I have a question about the spells. Do you have kind of like a system for different elemental magic? Like you have fire and ice, you have like different elements that you can collect, like a nice deck or something?
Yeah, so like the basic mage kind of guy has access to fire and frost, both of which are very different because they also have like passive effects that they add on the enemy. There's also arcane damage, which is also a different passive. It kind of fuels into for example, that sparkle card. It only makes sense because multi-hits from arcane damage, they consume arcane residue, which kind of does a tiny explosion for 1 damage. So then if you have like 10 of them, they will just funnel into each other in a hopefully impressive way, and the enemy just explodes. So yeah, I have arcane, frost, and fire, and also like some random warlock stuff which doesn't have a name yet, but yeah. Any other questions? Andreas?
Does the Trent cheese repel bears?
Sadly, there are no bears in the game yet.
We just saw one.
I mean, that's your bear. It's like you're a cool druid guy, and they just want to be your friends. So they.
Yep.
So can you be the cheese and have a bear?
If it's Trent's cheese, you can't feed it to your bear because he will be unhappy.
Yeah. The birds don't eat. They come from the forest and then they run back into the forest. So they're not permanent companions, I guess. Only for the duration of the battle.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Mo.
I'm not sure if somebody asked this before, but the artwork on the actual cards, they look fucking awesome. Did you do them yourself? Or?
No, the artwork is a lot of like asset store and also looking for them and using like filters to make them kind of more coherent. So so one weird thing I did, for example, was like this bear icon was very small, like 256 pixels. So then I upscaled it, and then I filtered the whole thing. So then like baked, like using some like magic on some random website, and now it's bigger. Remy?
What's your approach on balancing when making these cards?
Oh, since it's a single player game, I can kind of do a lot that I wanna do. For example, the priority is for it to be fun, but then there are like 5 basic archetypes: strength, con, dexterity, wisdom, int, and I went through a lot of playtesting and like to make each one of them viable. So the goal is every one of those has to be able to beat the game, but then there's a problem that arises because there's like 15 subclasses that gets very very hard to actually balance. But I have like a bunch of spreadsheets also, so that I'm hoping the spreadsheets make sense. But then as I try to figure out, I will fix probably over time, and a lot of it has to be fixed. Probably will be. Trend.
How do you decide whether to add more cards or like say that like this is enough for this class?
Yeah. So I have just a bunch of lists of cards, and I more or less can see which archetype subclass, how many they have. So I just felt like, this week I'm feeling lazy, so I want to do something cool, which is cards which are fun, as opposed to like writing dialogue, which is not fun anymore. So yeah, that's it. Right, I think that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that Easter egg was a bit cheesy. Anyway, everybody's laughing now, and meanwhile, I'm gonna close the stream. Bye. See you next week. Eat cheese and not.
We back. We back, boys. Okay. Da, da, da. Oh, hi, Chris. Who's by? I'm gonna head back down. Okay. Yay. I think that was pleasant. I think it went pretty well. Why is my lighting a bit off now? Why is Bear all of a sudden 400 times brighter? When we did tech support, I think we screwed up something. The bear is just consuming all of the light. Hey, Etra, if you could pick any PC game for future non-gamers video, what would it be? I've got Minecraft Creative Mode and Security Breach are the next two. So I would say next good step would be Minecraft Creative Mode. Security Breach I'm kind of doing for the views, but not entirely. It's something I can get together quickly, which is very important to me at the moment because I have limited time, 65 days, and I'm just like thinking through a few things. No, I'm not gonna end stream yet. I am going to continue for, we've got 50 minutes. That'll be my new time. Hey, look at that, 58 minutes. 50 minutes for, what does it say in the top? Oh, it doesn't say anything on the top because we're not live stream until presentation. We're going to say until death. Until stream ends, until quiet hours from Franta has been enlightened. Fortnite. No, not Fortnite. Develop. Did John just move? Yes, John did move. And Streamer Bear is my favorite element so far. Let's see, until quiet hours, the end. Should I just ominously put the end? I feel a bit weird. I told them they have like 2 private presentations, and I was like, I'm not gonna be there for those because I'm gonna get back to stream. The end. Quiet hours. Maybe I just have it ominously. I just put some ominous question marks next to the timer. There we go. Like a true clickbait champion. There we go. Man, I can't wait to stream on, something actually worked. So, speech. How did it go? I wasn't a receptor of the speech. I heard some positive notes. Overall, I don't know if I get the reaction I entirely wanted, but I got decent amount at the Nordic Game Conference. 50 minutes till the day of judgment. Hello, musical. Why the glitchiest FNAF game ever for a non-gamer game? That's a great question, which will be answered in the video. It's not just views. It's literally just doing the opening area because it's something I can really quickly develop a non-gamer tutorial for this tool, for something to hold over until Minecraft Creative Mode 1. And then the glitches and stuff, I don't actually recommend that game to non-gamers. However, there are a select few individuals in this world who really do want to get into that game. One of them is a friend of mine's brother, who, this friend of mine is, what was I gonna say? How do I say it ominously and fun, but not like too ominously? The King of Thieves. The King of Thieves. It'll be great. I don't have a respawner in the crouch chunk. We should fix that. Wait, I think all of them came with... Yeah. Okay, it's just been made invisible. Boom. Alright, 46 minutes. Next chunk. Let's go. Let's go. Because I very much did not get a ton done. Finishing this first page, that's good. Having shooting test 1, crouch and shoot. That should actually be very easy because we just need to copy this, like, straight up. Bow. Blaster chunk. We're gonna just duplicate it, call it blaster chunk 2, and then, I'm like, why is it quiet? I don't have the music going. If music is too much, let me know. The friend will appreciate the experience. Hi there, I just finished watching your videos and witnessed your mental breakdown. Yes. But hey, I'm at Spell Collectiva now, which I have a video about that hopefully you saw the whole 72 days. Now we're at 64 days. I really wanted to do this like, a week update, but end up being a week and a day. 8 days, 64 days. I feel like I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get the security breach video done and out, Minecraft video done and out. And I won't quite be able to get all the Patreon support I need to stay here longer until like a month after, until it catches YouTube algorithm. So I'll probably be able to full-time stuff, just maybe not at Spell Collectiva. Even though Spell Collectiva is wonderful. We'll see. I'm just confident things will work out. I trust mental stability. 45 minutes until another mental breakdown. Ayo. This is just one video. Gotta have these. It's fun. Someone commented, yeah, we're just gonna cancel the file transfer because the file transfer clearly didn't work. I underestimated the size of this project. It is an entire gigabyte, which means it's not possible to go on WebGL, which is unfortunate. Well, maybe there's some messiness with that, and I can probably reduce the size a decent amount. I just don't know how yet, or how important that is. Because overall, this is still a pretty simple game and project. Like, quite a few of the ability scripts, if they're not used, give them the VR FNAF first. Yes, if I was actually like, but see, this doesn't teach FNAF VR. I'm trying to like showcase what my non-gamer tutorial maker can do and work with. And hey, if Steel Wool notices, that's pretty cool. Because I'll give them crap about their game, but also they, out of all people, could really benefit from having a non-gamer tutorial, because they definitely seem to be reaching a younger and also doesn't play a lot of games audience. Canceled the file transfer community. Just like, Theft King. Let's see. 264. Boom. That's not at all what I meant to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this one with the moving targets already attached and just move it over. I think there. Yeah, so that's lined up. Then I can grab these guys and just scoot this guy forward. Boom, boom. Okay, so those are already moving targets. I think I had 4 targets. Was the section? Yeah. 2 up and down, and then 2 forward back. So this one's already up and down. The other one, it just requires crouching. Maybe we make this one go diagonal a bit. Just break these non-gamers' brains into dust. Yeah, we'll kind of go diagonal. Why not? Why not? Give it some flair. And then we want this guy to be duplicated and scooted forward and kind of low enough to the ground that you can't shoot it. These targets are so big, though. What if they just stand back far enough and shoot it instead of crouching? They could totally do that. Yeah, VR just, it's so young that it's still accessible, which is a very interesting dynamic it's got going for it. Okay, so I've got to scoot up these 2 targets and ropes for the sake of making the one below it look a bit more natural. Outset island theme. That's cool. I'll probably move this forward a bit. No, the string's gonna be conflicting with it then. Why is every little thing in game dev just so eons complicated? Okay, so we've got these, but can I just like, do I have to crouch to shoot that? That's the question. Kill that. Mr. Chunk 2. Yeah. Okay, are we lined up with the player? Close enough. For some reason we switch between like being perfectly lined up with the player and then it needs adjustment, and I don't quite understand why. So okay, I meant security breach will require more additions and VR controls are simple. Yeah, wouldn't really require a whole new non-gamer tutorial. It's amazing for these experiments since the controls are so simple to understand. Hold YouTube hostage so they force you into the algorithm. I'm not quite getting what you're saying. Insert name here. Oh, I don't have any movement code. That's cool, Leo. Oh, yay. Okay. So... Oh yeah, and I'm also supposed to be able to crouch. Yeah, I think I may definitely need that crouch ability. And you need to stop moving. Or maybe it can move, just not at those points. Okay. We'll keep that there. So do I have to crouch in order to hit these targets? I should have to. So if I go here. Now I'm not quite sure why that, okay, yeah, there we go, it hit it. I'm like, I'm not quite sure why that didn't work, but you know, I'm glad it doesn't work. Yeah, there we go. So, like, it's pretty clear that you are supposed to crouch, but maybe we do have one which is just like hiding in corner here. So, yeah, do need to crouch for it. Yeah. Let's try this out. I have a weird starting position there with the arrow. At least the player knows what direction to go in. Okay, yeah, there's no way you can hit that unless you crouch. And see, even still you can't hit it. I could probably experiment with this live a bit more. There we go. And that also doesn't look off or necessarily behind the bridge because we've got room. There we go. There we go. That works. I think that's a good height for both of these. I duplicate the targets sometimes and then Unity just crashes. So alright, yeah, please report a bug. If I duplicate my targets, it explodes. I need to just keep that in mind. I run a lot of stuff to keep those ropes in the background updated with the target position. So... ugh. Okay, yeah, we're back to this. But we should have at least that mostly saved. Double chunks, blaster chunk 2. Boom, boom, boom. And... bam. Oh, we are supposed to have it mostly saved, but as it appears... oh, wait, no. No, we got at least that. And we gotta refix the character. My, oh my. So many little annoying things that I kind of tried to minimize, but wants to be annoying anyway. Okay, character movement. Now let's save the game. Yeah, it seems like it caught everything except my most recent changes, unless that is my most recent change. Till the targets turn on you and destroy the game. You know, that's, yeah, okay, that's definitely not in the newer, lower position, because it's still got the rope points as, so, a bit lower, you can't hit it without crouching, and then get rid of those two. Okay, let's go. Yeah, for the non-gamer tutorial video, I've got a nice format because I'll kind of just be going over the chunks one by one. It'll be a lot more natural than trying to get in some more arbitrary order. Okay, so I want, let's see. Yeah, I've got that, and then we'll do Another dupe here. So, you know what I tried to do? You know, I just was like, okay, now it's lowered. Now it's, okay, now on to next thing. And I tried duplicating the target, and it crashes it again. Ah, yeah. Oh, hi, Magnetism. Nice to see ya. Precise gunplay. I had my drinks. I brought them upstairs. Hydration is good when you're speaking for an obscene amount of hours. How long have I been streaming across both channels? Because I know, like, last time it was 4 hours, then I transferred to this one. So I don't quite know. Oh, someone just subscribed. That's cool. I don't know to what channel. Nor, did I know that that had notification. But hey, subscribing to any of them, that's pretty cool. Okay, I can't. I need to just have in my brain, right in front of my face. Don't. Okay, I think I'm just getting a bit tired. It's the third crash for the same thing. Let's see, I got 3 pings from Chris. Step putting muzzle flash. Aim down sights before firing. That not like normal game though. Okay. So bam. Bam, bam, bam. Test this and then do not duplicate the targets. Roughly 5.5 hours, closer to 6. Okay. Okay. Man, I'm barely hitting the top there. Probably want to scoot it up a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay, boom. Now, save. I guess it doesn't want this one to be duplicated. I'm still lazy. I'm gonna try to open... What if I unpack the prefab first? No. Oh, it's talking about the prefab of Blaster Chunk 2. Okay. Let's overwrite it with the new stuff. And also, let's open it up and just get rid of... Well, actually, maybe not get rid of that whole area. Just scoot it to where this one is. That seems to be well spaced for everything. Railing chunk 5. Railing chunk 11. 11-2. We can kind of just grab all of this. Oh. Including the ground, and if we match these two guys up, we should be in perfect bridge landing position. Maybe the tiniest bit off, but there we go. Boom. Save again. Now, let's try duplicating this target. Will the game crash? It did not crash. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the targets it's attached to. The, not the targets, the moving points it's attached to. The positions where it says to move. Okay, so these two, I want to just move back and forth, left and right. And then this, maybe standard position, up and down. That could work. The way the behavior isn't really too complex, it's just still something to figure out. Okay, so 0.1, go kind of here, 0.2, maybe we can just dupe 0.1. Yeah, and that also needs to be moved forward, or is it just in line? It's just in line. Skip forward a tiny bit to avoid clipping, and duplicate that. Should have saved before any sort of duplication, because Unity's being wonky today. Okay. So 0.1, 0.2. Okay, so we got that guy moving. We kind of want to create the same sort of effect for this one. That's actually kind of almost where I want it. There we go. Where is it? I want to be like right at center. There we go. And then just scoot that over here. Maybe it should go behind the bridge. That'd be a funny idea. Just make the non-gamers go mad. One, two, bam, bam. And then, these I can make it a bit smoother by just rotating them here. Because the target base has, where's rope point? Like 0. There's a point on it, which is this right here. If I can move that, yeah, okay, where it says source objects do not move, yeah, I'm gonna move that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. If I can rotate the whole object over to, I'd say, 45 degrees. Uh-oh. Well, kind of uh-oh. I think it still works. Yeah, or maybe even further. Maybe we just go flat 90, but it can't hit that high. Or can it? Maybe we can just do this and then lower those ropes. Yeah. I got an idea. It's a cool, brilliant, awesome idea. That's what it is. So we have this, which we can just line up with the other point to make this straight and connect to the bridge. There we go. Less messy looking. You, on the other hand, I want the other rope point. To be a lot lower. There we go. There we go. That looks better, I think. I kind of do the same to the other side. So someone suggested earlier 35 minutes, 5.5 hours, 25 minutes till Deltarune Chapter 7. Yeah, just, it would be a mad lad move if Toby Fox just started releasing the chapters out of order. That's something. Trying to think. Is there any way to just duplicate and mirror this, like someone suggested earlier? I'm just about to say screw it, let's try, but I really don't think that this will like that. I might as well duplicate at least this. Let's see, do we crash if we duplicate it? No, we're safe for now. It's like a Jack in the Box. Oh. There we go. It doesn't matter if these are perfectly even because they're going to be moving. One's going to notice, except for you all. Being super critical if you see the development. Bam, bam. Okay, and then we'll take this. Rope 1. Yeah, I'm so proud of the design of these bridges. I wish I could, like, break them down at SGDC. Maybe that's a better way. Maybe next presentation can just be like, hey, here's good practices for non-gamers. Or some fun discoveries. Like this target and bridge system being better than the button system. Okay, so those look good for targets. We just need to have them move and get those move positions in. And then I think this chunk is done. Yeah, since we got like the first few done, I think the rest of these chunks can just like be shot out a lot easier. Maybe what's next thing? 20 minutes. Could we get the man, that's just the orb. And then decrease height for that. Yeah, that's just the orb and then the orb and then a moving platform. We could maybe get that one done within the next 20 minutes as well. Won't get its icon, but be mostly good enough. Because that's simpler than this. I mean, I'd say messy, but this is actually pretty, I think, as optimized as we can be for making these targets. Like, you know, you have the ropes all set up, you have the streams. Okay, so that's moving to the moon. Okay, let's kind of go from here to just straight above it. Let's try that. Just so they kind of have to time their shot, but nothing more. Nothing too difficult or fancy. There we go. Yeah. Now, Esther chunk 2. Yes. So we go from 21 to, what's that, this? I think, is this 10 or 9 where that would be best at? Definitely not 9, so maybe 9.5, 6, 7, 9.65. And I think this chunk is all good to go. Just need to test it out real quick. Is that your phone buzzing? Thinking it's mine. Think once or twice. Oh my gosh, this looks like some scary octopus creature. I love it. Okay, so well, that one's impossible. Seems like for both of these I gotta lower them. The lower ones I can hit, but the upper ones need to move down more. So that'll be easy enough though. Just get their points. This one, let's kind of move it. And if we move the target itself down to there, or maybe I just move the entire target and rope down. That's probably better, because then the move points also change. Okay. Kind of like to the bottom where we don't clip into the rope. This, I would like to call this like the octopus spaghetti monster bridge. Oh, that is evil. No, this isn't one of the final aiming challenges. This is merely the second aiming challenge. Can only like hit the border. But it's like, wowee, I really wish I had the ability to look up and down, and then guess what's across the bridge? the ability to look up and down. Oh, I still gotta link the targets in the bridge. Ugh, so many little steps with all of this. I kinda almost want to... Well, I can do this, I think, decently easily. Let's see. Maybe move these targets down a bit more, but I'm like, won't that conflict with, whatever. Well, if we move this target... Oh, there's Joy outside. Good, good, good. That's fine. Almost done with stream anyway. Move target left and right there. Okay, scoot those forward. And then these guys kind of keep in the back, but then it will be clipping the rope. Maybe I can just... Can I move the front targets forward? I think we're already, like, barely nicking them. I mean, down. Or just move all the targets down a bit. Let's just do that and cross our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? Bam. Scoot all of you down a little bit. Now I will face the consequences for my sins. Oh boy. Well, those are hidden. But that seems much more reachable. Yeah. Okay. But that is almost impossible or fully impossible. Well, I can reach it. It just doesn't look right. So if we just moved these targets rope points up a little bit and move these two targets rope points up a little bit. It is evil looking though, I'll admit that. Boss monster bridge. Yeah, I want to make a boss in... I've had an idea for a boss for like 2 years. There's so much that now I'm just able to do because I am here working on this full time. So, okay, still kind of barely hitting the borders. What is up with you? Why is your line all screwy? See that? See how they're kind of disconnected? It should be connected straight to the middle. Maybe it's just gotta regen the ropes or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna give myself some garbage excuse to ignore it for now. But graphics won't be the strong suit. See, like that. That's a garbage excuse to ignore that for now. But now, Octopus Bridge is done. Let's make its own block. I think it's got its own partial block made. Scriptable object, level chunk. Oh, blaster intro. We're gonna call it blaster 2. I think I have better names for them somewhere. Let's get rid of that R for blaster or intro. Blaster 2, bam bam bam, and instead of blaster chunk 1, load blaster chunk 2. Yay! Let's just make sure it loads properly in the creator. Boom, 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 boom. Blaster 2. And yep, that looks good. Let's make something follow after it. That looks good. Good enough. I think it needs to be scooted forward a little bit, but that minuscule stuff is not really going to be noticed. Okay. Cool. Boosh. Now, One more chunk, 13 minutes. I think this is possible. Boss Monster Bridge. Let's see. Chat revenue, $5. Let's go. Let's go. 200 views. Let's go. Got 6 viewers right now. Let's go. I'm hoping we actually do get a hype live stream on the actual Games for Non-Gamers channel at some point. I think YouTube is just not pushing this stream because why would they try to push game dev stuff to FNAF audience, and on Extra Etra there's like no audience to push to, so it's a bit wonky. Look up, down, chunk. Drag this in, zero it out. So I have a few things with this one. One is we kind of gotta, first I think I do change the color. I make stuff yellow here, which I think is much appreciated. Feels like progress. Yellow is the color of progress. And 11 minutes. It should be able to, because all I need to do is drag in ability or item pop up, put it right in the center. -4. Okay, and the pop up here is unlock Y. And it'll play a nice little animation. Okay, so squeeze that in. It says decrease height first, which I think I'll do, except how far can we decrease it? Not too far. Unless we made this an abnormally higher chunk. That could work, I think. Then we'd have some height difference, even if they try to make a flat thing. So, probably don't want to do that. Probably. Do we only lower by 1 cube? I think that's okay. Maybe we can go even lower. Yeah, right there. So they'll immediately be using their look up and down ability to see like what's ahead of them, because if they immediately use their look down, they should notice something they wouldn't be able to notice if they're looking dead on. To maybe enforce that, let's get rid of a bit more of this ground. Or maybe they'll just walk forward and stumble into it. Either way works. Clever way or just dumb way. Okay, we got that. Now all we need is moving platform from the starter assets, which is already fully made. There we go. Boom. Where's the start position, end position at? Okay, well, it's moving sideways, but we can adjust that. I think I want that to be bigger. Should be no problem. Just hit it with a basic scale up. Very nice. Except now it's a bit weirdly imbalanced. There, 0. Okay, so it's a bit larger than 2 blocks. That's fine by me. And we'll have it. Platform start position should be at 0, 0, or this position. End position. We'll make it go to like here. And then how are we gonna get the height back up? Oh, slope ground up to get to normal height. Or we could do the stairs. Oh, we got some more people. Oh, Bertstein, hello. Bread Slice. I'm trying to make something in Adventure Game Studio. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Also, hello to Bread Slice. Didn't notice he has a new name there. 7 minutes. I think we can make this in 7 minutes. Dun, 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 dun. 10. 10. Bam. 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 Okay. So... Nope. 2. Oh, hey, we got a new subscriber on one of the channels somewhere. Ay, ay. Messy situations with these streams. Okay. 23.3. That seems good. At least for a start, because we want to slant this up. Okay, in new shape, I think we have stairs. Yeah, we do have stairs. See them? They go to the abyss. That's where everything from Pro Builder, it's just from hell. Like, there's no other explanation. It starts in the abyss. It's janky and weird. All of this stuff, it's just from hell. Like, all video games are from hell. There's not a single good one. And my goal is, as introducing people to video games, is just to lead souls there. That's my destiny. Oh man. Let's see. Height. Negative 1.5. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If I can lower that to the right height, should be good. I think it is just right. 1.5. Yep, that's perfect. Bring this over here. Do we just have a... I think we don't even want a platform here. I think we can just do a stair. How have you been? Haven't heard much from the channel since you were translating the shooter tutorial a while back. Yo, okay, then you're a bit behind. Check the channel linked here. I've got a whole new channel which is all games for non-gamers. I've only got like 2 new videos there, but they've been pretty significant. Well, 3 I guess if you count the Spell Collective announcement. Oh, and you'll be hearing more because I'm doing this full time now for a little bit. 64 days left. So I gotta use that time very wisely. The most wise I have ever been. Okay. Kind of width. I think this is good. Yeah, if you don't know about the Games for Non-Gamers channel, then yeah, a bit behind. I'm glad YouTube showed you the stream. It's not even supposed to be on this channel, but YouTube is silly, so we're working with it. And it's silliness. Okay, we got 2 minutes. I think this chunk is doable within 2 minutes. I've actually got 4 minutes. The timer's a tiny bit off. Finishing this chunk is definitely doable in 4 minutes. Oopsie daisy. Do I have to grab every single piece of this to stretch it out? I might just have to. Oh no. This is not going to be an easy stretch out, is it? That's fine. We'll just squeeze this in. Okay, and then that will make an even spaced thing. I don't know if we even need this thing at the bottom, but might as well thematically keep it. There we go. There we go. There are definitely a lot of people like me. You should make community posts about you streaming on your non-gamers one. Yeah, well, I tried. I have a whole video about transferring stuff over. I sent a video to that channel, and the remakes of all my old videos seem to catch a lot of my older audience. Because, you know, if they attracted those people the first time, did the second time as well. Make community posts. Community posts are so weak on YouTube. I mean, I'll add them if by request, but they generally have not done anything for me, unless my channel is like really full of life at that time, and then it matters. YouTube is very, I don't even know if I'd call it momentum based. It's like, it's two different games. If a video is exploding or if a video is not exploding. And when that happens is absolutely randomized. Okay. I like how it looks like two islands on ocean. We got 1 minute till quiet hours. Da-da-da. So I think after this, wait, 1 minute. Okay, so the timer was right. Been gaslighting myself. I like how we've like reached a perfect time stop. I kind of want to do the dark gray on the side and then the yellow at the top. Might as well make an example dark yellow material. We can probably just finish this. Okay, yellow top. Oh yeah, that looks almost exactly like how it is in the other game. That's absolute shadow death realm. How about we go to the other side, which doesn't have, well, both sides have shadows, okay. Here, let's see. Bam. Why does it look so dead and nightmarish? Okay, it's just dark. Huh. Maybe we just go gray. It's too bright. What's this contrast? It's like visible versus the death of all. Oh, it's just shadows. Okay. Shadows are really not doing those sides any favor. But, you know, any favors. But, the good thing is, they're not even going to be visible to the player right now. So... So somewhere like here is where I'd love to slide in like the Patreon messages. Like on a secret wall. Something fun like that. Until we actually get to a point where we do have like proper death screen messages, which is where I'd really love to integrate stuff into the non-gamer tutorial stuff. I mean, the Patreon messages. There. Yeah, that's not the right material, but we're just gonna vibe with it for now. Okay. We can fix it later. Do we put yellow top on the stairs? The yellow and dark work pretty well, so. And then we also do need some darker color to differentiate the points on the stairs. So, oh shoot. Maybe I should do dark gray on the entire stairs object. And then just color the steps yellow. Right now, this platform is orange, which functions. Could we make it ice? There we go. Yeah, needs to be a differentiating color. I don't know what yet, but it's that for now. And is this end position? So, yeah, okay, so start and end position are good. And I think I did, yeah, I did scale it. So, let's play through what we've got so far. Yeah? Yeah, that sounds like a great way to end things off. Okay, 1 minute, lads. I'm overtiming a bit. If people complain, then it's like, look down, kunk. Let's name this properly. Chunk. Override. Bam. I need to make a scriptable object of that. We're gonna say look y chunk chuck. I keep on calling it chuck. I need to go back and give us all consistent names. Bam. Now, saved. Part of me like wants to do a GitHub push. So first, what did we get? 5 blocks done or 4? 1, 2, yeah, 5 blocks done. Let's go. Now I'm gonna push this because I just have a bad feeling about this for some reason. Like it's going to completely break it. Window, Etch's tutorial creator, bam. First person, capsule, already knows everything, so it's gonna flag all of these. So let's get rid of, I can't get rid of that, but we'll do movement intro. Oh wait, maybe I only do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no. Okay, so we have movement intro. Then we go into blaster intro, crouch, blaster 2, and look up down chunk. Make the non-gamer tutorial. That looks nice and beefy so far. We're gonna move Etra character up to here. And then we're gonna disable all the abilities like we're actually playing the game. So save it here and not save all the edits because I don't necessarily want to retick these. And the idea is all this ticking and unticking is automated. So that, and where's camera movement? Yep. Okay, let's try it out. So, we have the L pop up for move. That's the only one animated so far. The rest of these, they function, but they need animations. So like, I'll get the nice UI pop-up. I can even switch to controller. I gotta do that just for the memes. Just for the memes and for testing purposes. Yeah, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Scoot on through. I can fall off and walk on water like Jesus Christ. Okay. What's happening here? Do we not have the... Oh, okay, the time and stuff where I added yeah, okay. This time I added the water as hitbox got deleted because the game crashed when I duplicated targets. So boom. Walk on water like cheese and rice. Yes. Yes. Just call back from the very beginning of the stream. I love when that happens. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can make these ropes look more natural. I love using the trigger. Can I hit the... Oh, I think I already... Yeah, I can cheat. I can go ahead of the curve. That's fine. If they cheat, they'll still get the basic idea. In order to cheat, they have to get over here in the first place. Absolutely speed running this right now. Oh, wait, about that. Can I? Yeah, I can. I can run because I haven't disabled that. Oh. Uh-oh. Do I not get the crouch ability? Uh-oh. I kind of want to crouch, though. Usable item base class. That's somehow connected to crouching. Let's check. FPS crouch. Oh. I just had some check marks off. Crouch chunk. Override. I'm 8 minutes over at this point, but I'm dedicated. I'm a dedicated gamer. Are they gonna stop a dedicated gamer? Oh, and I can run that revelation. Okay, got that. Boom, 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 boom. You know, only 2 airs. Only 2 airs. Oh shoot, and for the octopus bridge, we never set the we never tested that, did we? But I'm assuming it's not gonna function. Okay. So I've got it, so you have to hold in the click. That's a thing. Okay, I got the shooting again, good. Boom, boom, boom. I think I should switch this to a toggle crouch. Doesn't teach as much, but depends on what I'm trying to teach. And yeah, all of those, all of the targets are not linked up to this. So we gotta do that. But for now, we're gonna... Wow, the bridge magically fell down. Woo, that's so cool. And then, so they see the stairs, they see the moving platform. Now they can look. They don't immediately see, oh wow, okay. There is this in front of them, but these platforms being the same color, I don't think does it any favors, because I didn't immediately notice that as a separate platform. Oh. Well, theoretically, they don't fall. And even if they do fall, we have the respawners, but... Okay. We're gonna have to do... Add respawners back in. Name everything consistently. And then fix octopus target chunk. Overall, That was a bit of a mess, but it's still turning out pretty decent. Let's see like what percentage we have left. Because we got the map here. We got this done. We've got 1, 2, I guess we got 5 chunks done. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to go. So we're a third of the way through, I think. Alright, well, thank you everyone for joining the streams today. I don't know if I want to continue streaming the chunks, because that slows down development time, but I was at least able to share it a bit. Maybe I want to do like more condensed streams in the future, because last time I got a lot of viewers by streaming for like 11 hours. And then also there might be changes with, what's it called? Actually streaming on the right channel. So yeah, hope to see you all next time, which will hopefully be in like next few days. So, bye.